Hi, I want to talk about the opportunity with World Financial Group. I would not join this company until you seriously consider these three things about the World Financial Group opportunity. And who am I, just so you know? I'm the author of the only book ever written about this company called The Truth About World Financial Group. I've been around this company, friends to the leaders. I've spoken at a lot of their conventions over the years, hundreds of them in different meetings and whatnot. I've known all the presidents of the company, all the board members, all the major leaders. I know them very well. I know them from the inside and the outside, and that's why I wrote the book on the company a couple of years ago, to really dissect this very controversial company. There's a lot of people with a lot of opinions about World Financial Group. All you have to do is go online, which is probably how you found this video, I'm guessing. Well, you'll find a lot of things, and a fair amount of things are negative. And believe me, for the last 20 plus years, I've gotten heat about this opportunity. People don't really understand it. They don't understand the opportunity, and they don't understand the company. And that's kind of to be expected. But what you don't want to do is listen to people that don't understand the opportunity, the leadership that they provide, the way the company actually works, the compensation structure, and all the rest of it. Most people don't have any idea. A lot of people are fly-by-night, frankly, okay, that I've watched get in WFG. They get in, they think it's a get-rich-quick scheme, and they're out 3 months later. If you're going to do that, do not join World Financial Group. Matter of fact, just get a job or keep a job, because that's more for you, okay? But if you're serious, these are the three things I want you to consider before you sign on with World Financial Group. I think this will make a huge difference, okay? Again, I'm the guy that wrote the book. I know something about this company. WFG has called me the most inside outsider, okay? As I know it from the inside and I know it from the outside. And so you want to listen to someone who knows what they're talking about. That I have no interest in you succeeding in this or not. I don't make any money whether you join or don't join. I'm not an endorser, paid endorser for the company or anything like that. I believe in the opportunity because I understand the opportunity. I've watched people succeed all over the U.S., all over Canada. Succeed part-time, succeed full-time, and succeed at the world-class level, quite frankly, in some specific cases. Okay, so here's number one. You won't find it in the book, but if you want this book, you can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon.com and read about the background of the company and the leaders in the company and all that. Okay, but here's my recommendation before you sign the dotted line with World Financial. Okay, number one, make sure you're serious about this, okay? This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not some game. This is not a toy that you play with. This is a serious business opportunity. You're going to have to get a license. You're going to have to study to get a license. Mostly, for the most part, people get a life insurance license, and you can do very well with that, okay? I have a life insurance license. I don't know if you've ever studied for one, but it takes a little study. It's not rocket science, but it is an effort, and it does take time, and you can flunk the test, and a lot of people do, okay? I think I got a 70 on mine. They didn't tell us in Georgia here. They don't tell you what you get, but I'm pretty sure I was borderline. So you do have to study for it, and there's some effort to be put out in that, okay? Now, in addition to that, you're going to have to learn about these products. WFG represents some phenomenal life insurance-based products that you can sell with a life insurance license. I mean, they're incredible products, like the Index Universal Life product, which I own many, okay, of those products, and they're fantastic. Okay, there's a lot of really good products you can represent, but not to get off the subject, but you've got to be serious about it because these products are complex. Okay, annuities, for example, are not the simplest product in the world. As a matter of fact, most people don't understand annuities. There's a lot to them. So you're representing a product. You have to understand. This is not the easiest thing to do. You're not selling soap here. Okay, nothing wrong with selling soap, but it's more complex than that. Make sure you're committed to learn and study on an ongoing basis for a fair amount of time these products as you represent them to clients and also your teammates. Okay, number two, please make sure you sign on with the right leader. What does that mean? I know all the leaders in WFG that are major players, all the six-figure and all the seven-figure leaders. Okay, if there's a six-figure leader I don't know, they're pretty new, honestly. Okay, they are, like everything else, they are not all created equal. Some are far better than others. I will say they're all really nice people. I've not met a bad one in terms of bad people, but some people are just more competent than others. There are some doctors are better than other doctors. Some lawyers are better than other lawyers. You know how it goes. Same thing in WFG. Leaders vary. The quality of leadership varies greatly. So what are you looking for? You're looking for someone that matches your value system, okay? The speed in which you want to build this business. If you're in with someone that's just gung-ho and just wants to go, 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 and that's not you, it's not a fit. Okay, if you're someone that kind of wants to just see what happens and kind of take it real easy, there's a lot of those kind of leaders too, and they don't really have a system or anything like that. It's a very laissez-faire approach to the business, and you're a go-getter, well then that's not a fit. Okay, look for someone that matches your speed, the speed at which you want to build the business, and your value system and how they interact with people, how they treat people. Watch all that and make sure they have a system in place. Ask them about how they build a base shop. Ask them how they build a system. Ask them how they recruit people. Ask them how they everything they do basically in the business. Ask them about every procedure. Okay, because you want to know that they have an active system. Some do and some don't. If you sign on with the wrong leader, you could work and still fail. Believe me, it happens. It really does. Make sure you really take the time. Don't sign on with anyone, okay? Sign on with the right leader, all right? You can read about a lot of these leaders in this book. Big plug for my book. Plug, plug, plug. But it's true. There are a lot of leaders. I think I highlight 30 major leaders in this book. But also, you can watch interviews on my YouTube channel here, with a lot of these leaders that I actually interviewed on video for the book. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, just as important as the other 2. This is a business. It takes time to build it. I've been an entrepreneur for 35 years. I've built businesses in 10 countries, and I will tell you, they were all harder to build than I had outlined previously in the business plan when I wrote it. It's always tougher. It always costs more. It always is more frustrating than you think. Building businesses, if you've never built one, they're tough to build. It's just not for everyone. If you're not a go-getter, if you're not someone who's really willing to persist until you succeed, get a job or stay with a job. If you've got one, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Most people, business is not for, okay? But if you're willing to stick to it and understand this is not going to happen overnight. Can you make money in World Financial Group? Oh, yes, you can make money. Anyone that tells you differently doesn't know what they're talking about. I've watched it for 20 years, since almost the beginning of the company, okay? I've watched it. And they make money, the people that stick with it. But this is going to take some time. Don't expect this to happen in 2 months or 3 months or 6 months. You might make some money, but it's going to take time. You've got to be persistent. It's a real business. It's not a toy, and it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. And again, anyone that tells you it is lying or doesn't understand it. So make sure you're committed. If you're not committed, don't do it. Now, you could be committed to making an extra $10,000 a year, or you could be committed to making $100,000 a year, or whatever the number is that you want to achieve. Okay? But whatever it is that you decide to earn, make sure that you give it more time than you probably think it's going to take, because there's a learning curve. Okay? Now that said, if you do it, the rewards are there. Is it guaranteed? There's never a guarantee in business, believe me. Not in WFG, not in anything. Okay? Contrary to what a lot of people say on YouTube and the internet, this is not a scam. Okay? Is WFG a perfect company? No. I wrote that in this book about the company. It's an unauthorized book. They did not authorize this book. I wrote it because I knew all the people. I know all the people, and I knew back behind the scenes, and I know in front of the scenes and all the rest. So I was kind of the right person, I think, to write this book. I say in the book, it's not a perfect company. It's a company that wants to do good for people that they serve, and they do that every single day. But it's not a perfect company. It's not a scam. Of course it's not a scam. They've been in business for 20 years. Of course not. Do they have issues with leadership? Yes. So does Johnson & Johnson. So does Goldman Sachs. So does Merrill Lynch. I've been a consultant for all these companies, okay, that I mentioned, and lots more for a long time. Okay, they all have issues. They all have corruption. They all have poor leadership in some cases. It's nothing that's specific to World Financial, who also suffers from those things. Every company does. As soon as they start to grow, they suffer from some of those things. That's why you have to do your homework, but you have to be committed. So if you're committed, you're willing to take the time, maybe more time than you think it's going to take, you're willing to pick the right leader, and you're willing to study these financial products, which are complex products. They're really interesting, they're fascinating, they're very powerful products to help a lot of people, but they're complex. It takes time to learn these things. If you check all these boxes, sign on and go for it. You can do it, believe me. You can do it. I've watched people go from scratch, zero, to a lot of different levels, okay? From part-time level to ridiculous full-time incomes. Seriously, it really does work. But make sure you check the boxes and do it right and be fully committed. And then go for it. You can do it. Good luck.